So guys, I have no idea if you guys are interested in Mazdas. I thought it was just fun taking this car for a drive, since I'm taking picture of it because I'm helping the guys selling this. But a short sum, I would say it's a agile car, and this is also lowered, so it's a little bit harder than stock. So it's a little bit fun to drive, and this one got a diesel, so it got some torque, but it doesn't really have a lot of horsepower, and you can't really tune it easily either, which is a downside. So you don't really have too much power, but it's a small and agile car. But I don't think Japanese and Mazdas overall is something that I am into. Also, I'm not sure, but it feels like there is a slight problem with the flywheel. It's probably a dual flywheel on these cars, or a dual mass flywheel, so maybe it's on its way out. I'm not sure. It's expensive to fix because then you need to lower the engine and take out all of those things, and you also then need to, or you would change the clutch and do that job. But overall, you see this shifter also, it's like really worn out. It's just those smaller details about this car. And also now have been a lot of electrical faults in this car, and there have been leaking diesel, and the fuel rail it have been problems with and such. So I have to say, attention to detail is maybe one of the things that would not make me buy one of these. Also, it's a compact car with a compact price, if you can say it like that. So you can't really expect too much. But it's a small car and it feels really roomy. The ceiling is actually really high on this car, and it feels like it's much bigger than it actually is. For a practical car, that maybe is good, but if you want to have a pure sports car, I don't think you get that feeling at all in this car. But of course you have the Mazda 3 speed cars, and I think those cars got a following, and they probably have a much bigger engine than this, so it's much more fun to drive. But yeah, it doesn't really feel like a sports car, even though it's a hot hatch in that matter.
Välkomna till hela familjens köpcenter.
Ja, har jag också fått extra billig mobilabonnemang till datteren min på...
Ja, vad var det da? Den står midt på Tromsøbrua.
Jeg er hjemme i Oslo.
Ja, men
So some quirks about this car, since this probably was made to be a right-hand driving car because it's designed in Japan, I suppose. And this gear lever here is not actually going straight down, it's like bent like this, and then you have the steering or the knob on the top there, so the shaft is actually coming up here, and then it goes over and up like this. So they have probably made it like this so it gets narrower to your leg and steering wheel. So, and they probably do it the opposite side if you buy the right-hand drive car. And also I feel like the lever, it just feels like it's in the wrong place, and it's also probably because of that design phase that they put it on the right side, not the right but on the right side. And yeah, and one thing I find funny is this cover here for the drinks and such. In every other car you probably have a spring mechanism, or in like the Teslas you have some magnets in there, but in this car the engineers seems to made it with a weight, so you can like sit and balance this. So if it's on one side it's gonna go this, and if it's a little bit on the other side it's gonna fall down. So just a funny way how they tackled that problem. But otherwise, I'm not. You can like see just moving your hand and leg. You can like move the whole center console, because probably all of this is just plastic, so it's just those small things I don't like about this. So I actually think this is like a Mazda 3 Advanced or something. It looks somewhat like the Mazda 3 Speeds, but on the Mazda 3 Speed you got this on the top there, the air intake for the turbo, and also you get a much bigger spoiler on the back side. But I think otherwise the trim is the same, and yeah. And on this one as well, it's not original xenon, but it's been changed to LED bulbs.